Let's take the top news at this hour. Protest in Ladakh for statehood. Protesters go on a hunger strike. 2 protesters have been admitted to hospital. The protest is led by Sonam Wangchuk. Visuals on your screen right now of the protest held by Sonam Wangchuk. There's been a clash also reported with the police. Let's get you all the details of the news, the visuals of which you're seeing on your screens. Fresh protests erupt and stone pelting in Leh after 2 residents who were sitting on a hunger strike for the past fortnight with climate activist Sonam Wangchuk were hospitalized. Post striking down of Article 370, Ladakh is protesting for statehood, 6th schedule and also tribal status. And for more on this, let me now go across to my colleague Sneha Koshi, who is joining us live from the newsroom. Sneha, this is not the first time. I mean, we remember that how Sonam Wangchuk was in Delhi. He was on a hunger strike. He said he met with, the concerned authorities, the concerned people. But then the needle, he said, would move at this time. What is the status right now, Sneha Koshi, and how big will this become?
Well, we are picking up, Sudha, that there are talks that are already underway and authorities have already started talking to Wangchuk and his representatives about autonomy, greater autonomy for Leh for that matter, and we'll have to see how that really pans out, what details emerge out of that, but that's what sources are telling us, and we are picking up that there are talks on for greater autonomy. Official backdoor talks are happening is what we are picking up. That's an important thing. However, these are very concerning visuals, Sudha, because protests have been going on and they have gone on in the past as well. It has been going on for at least 3 years. And then you have these visuals on your screen. These are very problematic visuals, and to tell all of our viewers, these are deferred visuals. These are not live visuals. These are deferred visuals. We are seeing visuals of arson, of buildings being set on fire. We are yet to confirm which buildings these are. These are the reports that we are picking up initially. We have had instances of the BJP flag being hurled or thrown away from buildings. So that's kind of a representation of the anger on the ground as well by the protesters. What immediately triggered this violence on ground is something that we are yet to pick up on, we are yet to get confirmation on, but the initial reports from our reporter on in that area do suggest that there were 2 of the protesters who were on a hunger strike and they were taken to the hospital, which eventually triggered these protests. Was it because they did not know whether they were being taken to the hospital, were they being were being taken to anywhere else, whether there was any ambiguity around it? That is also something has to be looked into. But big concerns at this point from Leh, absolute law and order breakdown of sorts. But also important to say this, Sudha, that we are picking up that there are talks on greater autonomy for Leh, which are already going on in terms of 6th schedule. There have been protests that have been going on for a very long time, as we mentioned. That's protests for statehood as well as greater autonomy, and a mention in 6th schedule as well. But as of now, the situation remains concerning in Leh.
Absolutely, and thank you so much, Sneha Koshi, for bringing us up to speed on the protests which have erupted in Leh over statehood. And let me now go across to Major General Sanjay Meston, retired, a defense expert, who is joining us on the phone line. Thank you so much, Major General Meston, for joining us. These kind of protests, when we look at it from the prism of environment, then of course Sonam Wangchuk has been at it. I remember, and of course you may recall, that he was here in Delhi around 6 months ago, where he was again on a hunger strike, and he said that we've met the authorities and I'm ending my hunger strike. But these visuals, Major General Meston, seem to be very unusual, because there are protests, there is a clash with the police, and the BJP flag has been hauled away, and there are also reports of arson. How do you look at this situation, sir?
Sudha, good afternoon.
Good
You
afternoon,
have
sir.
stated one very correct point that these images and what is happening there are very disturbing and very unusual. And frankly, as a military man, I have been posted here and I know the people of Leh Ladakh so well. I could not even imagine that this kind of a situation will ever arise here. I'm really surprised and shocked because the people are so humane, so gentle. I've never seen the Ladakhis ever being aggressive. So obviously, such kind of things require a trigger, and I think the trigger has been probably, of course, we are all aware that Sonam Wangchuk had been fasting, and of course, the issue was basically, climatic aspects, and for that he had even come to Delhi and Jantar Mantar, and he had, you rightly pointed out, he had gone on a hunger strike, and thereafter he met some authorities. Details after that were not very clear. But the fact of the matter is that today, when two people have been carried to the hospital, now that perhaps has generated some spark, and this is what exactly happens. Then rumor mongering also starts, and no one is aware what kind of rumor mongering has taken place, and this has certainly galvanized the people, the young people, to come onto the streets of Leh and start these demonstrations and burning, the BJP office and seeking now autonomy, greater autonomy, and inclusion in the sixth schedule. So suddenly the momentum from climatic has now changed to, strategic autonomy. This is what they are looking for. So I think it's a very disturbing trend, but I personally feel that the way leadership is there and the Lieutenant Governor, I think he will get involved. And probably they would be having talks, and the army will also take it very, very important because, see, mind you, it's a very sensitive state, and Ladakh is the only place which has border with two countries. Some of it is with Pakistan, that is the Siachen Glacier area, and of course the western areas. And the eastern is, we have the entire Chinese area. So it's a very strategically sensitive state for India, Ladakh. And therefore, I think it deserves immediate attention at the highest levels of the country, including by the Home Minister and the Lieutenant Governor there and the armed forces. And I'm quite sure that by today evening, I think things will fizzle out because, it is unlike, we can't equate it to Nepal or Sri Lanka or Bangladesh. This is a very temporary phenomena. But yes, it gives us a lot of warning that these kind of things are possible, and therefore all the sensitive states, we have to be more alert, and we have to be, aware as to what likely triggers could happen. And I think the intelligence is another thing. Because I personally feel that the two people who are being carried away to the hospital and with some injuries, I do not know what exactly has happened, or perhaps because of dehydration since they were on fast. That is what has triggered some rumors. So this is what they will go into detail, because in the social media era, it is very easy to, disseminate wrong, false information, and people get immediately galvanized. And this young generation, by and large, is very emotional and sensitive, so it hits them. So I'm quite sure that probably by today evening, things will cool down, and tomorrow we may see a better picture in Leh Ladakh.
Absolutely. Do stay with us, Major General Meston, because I'm going yet again to my colleague Sneha Koshi, who's joined us from the newsroom for more on this. Sneha, Major General Meston says that, this is going to fizzle out, and hope there is prudence and there is counsel which prevails, and it does not go the way that other neighboring countries have gone. But if you want to take our, viewers through, one thing, very important thing that Major General Meston really pointed out is the role of the social media when it comes to, protests like this. It's not to say that these protests are exaggerated, but do you think that it is more of a social media phenomenon, or you think Leh has indeed erupted? Sneha.
Sudha, one, it's very difficult at this point to see whether these protests are to be seen in accordance to the previous protests. So these are two things. We don't know what really caused the immediate trigger, whether there was any misinformation, disinformation, angst about these two people being taken, whether they knew they were being taken to the hospital. We don't know right now from on the ground what really happened in those crucial moments that caused this violence of sorts. So, do you see these protests in line with the protests that have been happening, marathon protests that have been happening possibly every year for the last 3 years? Remember, last year it was just that 21 day hunger protest by Wangchuk. He even came to Delhi and he was not allowed, before that he was not allowed to enter Delhi. Eventually then he did come to Delhi. There were meetings that really happened. He was assured that there would be talks that would happen. And then in May 2025, the MHA did convene a high-powered committee on this particular issue for greater autonomy for Leh, for that matter. There have been last rounds of talks. In fact, multiple rounds of talks have happened. And the last round of talk happened on May 27th of 2025. There were fresh protests that erupted by August because they thought that their demands were not being met. So on one hand, whether this violence is representative of the desires and the protests for greater autonomy in Leh, that is something that really needs to be seen in a larger picture once details emerge. But whether the whole demand for a greater autonomy for Leh by itself is something that is very much part and parcel of the DNA of people largely in Leh, yes, Sudha. That's a growing emotion across Leh. But whether at this point the two can be juxtaposed to say that this is how it is turning out is something that we'll have to wait and watch for details to emerge.
All right, let me also now go across to Major General Sanjay Meston, who's joining us. Major General Meston, I want to ask you, you worked in this area. You seem to know the people here. You seem to gauge the mood of the people here. But look at it this way. You say that they are very mild. They are people who are, who keep their counsel, as it were. They are not easily kind of, triggered. But the point is that if you look at it, the talks are supposed to happen, if I know, if my information is right, on 5th of October 2025. But the thing is that there is a kind of restlessness. There are people within Leh, there are apparently elderly protesters also who had to suffer because of this. Now, the point of the matter is that this time around, although none of us would wish that, but do you think the demand for statehood and to be part of the 6th schedule is something that they are not going to move from?
Sudha, I think you have asked a very pertinent question, and I was hearing Sneha. She has summed it up very, very well, and she has given the little background of the earlier protest. So what I can now understand from the situation is that since the earlier talks have held and earlier protests have been also held, but there was no solution in sight, I think now this is what restlessness, you use the word, I do agree. It is reflecting on their frustration and they are now feeling disgusted. So probably somewhere, I think the people of Ladakhi have started feeling that, they are being taken for granted. And today, in any of the sensitive border states, the people cannot be taken for granted. Their issues have to be understood and addressed. And some via media has to be thought of because it has got national security concerns. For example, even in Manipur, what has happened. And I think, the bordering states, and imagine, since you asked me a question, you have served in this area. For us, these states are the launch pads, and the local support is extremely essential for the armed forces in terms of intelligence. I'll just take you back to Kargil. The Kargil intrusions were detected by the two Ladakhi shepherds. They were the first to report that they have seen some kind of an intrusion because they were the graziers. So what I'm trying to say is that the local support for the functioning of the armed forces and for the functioning of the administration is extremely essential in these sensitive states, and therefore, I personally feel now whatever has happened, yes, I did feel earlier that it is more reflective of the social media, but I think when Sneha gave the rundown, it definitely is amounting to one fact that perhaps their demands have not been listened or attended to. I think half the battle is you listen, you attend to them, discuss, keep having talks. Give some leverage to the other side also, but taking them for granted and not doing anything is probably what is the cause of this, and everything has a trigger, and the trigger is obviously these two people being taken to hospital, and therefore, yes, the role of social media has come very, very close that they have been.
All right. Okay. On that note, thank you very much, Major General Meston, and thank you, Sneha Koshi, for bringing us up to speed on our lead story.